Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back. So here's what we're doing. We have, so for the past couple of episodes I've shown how, making Revit models for work in place. And one of the things that I'm trying to do now is I showed how, I set up different phases, and for us that is, this is for walls in particular, so it's framed, it's hung, or it's finished. And I showed in past videos how I set up the phases and how I set up filters and colors based on those phases. If you got questions, let me know, but the videos are on YouTube and LinkedIn. So what I'm trying to do now is I need to start exporting some data. And I understand that there are polished ways of doing this, and things can get very polished and very professional and all this other stuff, and that's not the point. Right now, this is just trying to make sure that it's useful and people like it. Right now, there's promise and people are interested, and that's great. But there's still some further things that I need to get out of here. So basically, what I need to get out of here is numbers. I need lengths of total length of wall and total length of wall in each face. And that way I can obviously say like percent complete. And right now, it's not super easy to get all that information out of here, and so I'm not going to work with this file because it's too complex. There's too many walls, there's too many types of walls, all sorts of stuff. So we're going to start with something more simple, and here's what it is. This is just let's tile this. It's one wall, and let's actually make two walls. This wall is in project completion, and let's make another wall. It doesn't really matter. Let's even make it a different style. We'll call it brick here. Put it here. And let's put this wall on superstructure. Alright, whatever. Exterior enclosure. Fine. So we got two walls, and look at that. Two walls. You can find two walls. One is on this phase, and one is on project completion phase. So let's open up let's save this actually. Alrighty, so save this file, and we have our Dynamo script open. Now, one of the first, Dynamo can be pretty intimidating. Like, you open it up, and you got all these different things, and things got things, and they drop down into more things, and all this stuff. And I get it, trust it. It's why I've avoided Dynamo. And I've taken classes on Dynamo and all this stuff, but, until you actually... You can only take so many classes to learn the basics until you just need a project and have to jump into it. And maybe Dynamo isn't the best for this. I don't know right now. But I need to learn Dynamo, or I want to learn Dynamo just so I have that skill set when maybe a potential better project comes along. But one of the things that I learned in college was I hated MATLAB. And I always knew that I could do certain problems the long way. And one of the grad students that I was with basically said, the way I learned MATLAB, was I just forced myself to use it even for projects where I didn't need it, just to learn it. Even for like simple like addition type of stuff. Like, yeah, sure, you can use your calculator, which I don't know where mine went, but you can use your calculator, and that's all good and well, but you aren't going to learn the skill because the one time you're going to need it, you're not going to know how to use it, and it's going to be too complex. So you just have to force yourself to use it. So with Dynamo, the one thing I learned is start with the end in mind. I didn't learn that. That's just what someone said. And so basically what I'm trying to do is I need to export data to Excel. Okay, so we got to get the data part. I already did everything else. So we're going to have wall and element types. Ooh, let's not open up emails. And so we got types, element types, and elements. Let's go put it in a watch node. So we should see two wall types. And there we go, two wall types right there. Okay, so we got that part working for us. Alright, so if we can do this by phase, which if we do by phase, so let's try this again. So exterior enclosure, and then watch. Could put in a watch node. I don't know what this is going to give me, so it just gives me that phase.
Yeah. Hey. It's the siege.
Alright, so we're running into one slight problem where, so we select all walls, and we should get, so if I put in a watch string or a watch node, we should get 2 elements out of here, which we do. 2 elements. Okay, that's good. And then we get parameter by value, so we get elements and we want phase created. So let's actually add another watch node. Instead, let's connect it, get in here. Let's connect this to here. So we get a list and a list. What I should be getting out of here is the phases, which are project completion and B20. So that's not making sense. With that being said, take a pause this video, we'll come back to it, and we'll write a question on the forum and do some more research, and I'll come back to the video once I get some idea of where I'm going. Welcome to day 2 of this Revit Dynamo project. So a couple people responded on the forum. So one issue I had was this phase created had a extra enter in it for some reason, and that's what gave this empty watch node. So by deleting that, and then I get both phases. So the issue still is though that these both show up as false when I believe project completion and B20 exterior enclosure is selected. So we'll try one other thing. Never done a Python script before, so let's see here.
Once again, here we go. Know the name, know the flow. Turn me up a little more.
So this part works, but the data I get is just the phase, which isn't really what I'm looking for. And see, this isn't the data I'm looking for. What I want is, so basically what I'm trying to do is, again, filter by phase, and then get the, ideally just the length of walls and the element, probably number. The filtering now works, but getting everything into Excel and getting the element name and number out is, I'll have to figure that out.
I'm setting traps, I'm alone. You know you whack, I'm a maniac. Boy, you know I'm black to the bone. Pick a place, nigga, pick a date. I go cool, pick a load.
Yes, it f***ing worked. Ha! It's such a good feeling. Now we need to get this into Excel.
Thought you was good, huh? Take you out back, Drake through the woods, huh? Thought I was weak, huh? You ain't see the work I put in all week, huh? Give me that, where the city at? Nitty gritty, this ain't gonna be pretty, Jack. Not afraid, get up out the way. Y'all used to hate, look at what you made. When it all goes down.
So what I don't understand is why if I get this list, why can't I zoom in? So if I'm getting this, which is 3 list, and I hit run, so I'll hit run again. Let me put this in here. Run. I don't get why this is coming on like that. I just want this.
I'ma run this time. Fire in my soul, got my eyes on the ground. I can't help myself.
Alright, so I've been plugging away at this most of the day, or most of the afternoon, and this this works. So I'll just disconnect a node and reconnect it just so we redo the functions. So this gives me this Excel file. Perfect. Things that aren't working still. Headers, and I'm going to change the phases to some different things in the next part, but I need to clean up this area so I can do percent calculations. I need to remove these strings. So what we're going to do now is, this is right where the area comes in. So I dragged it here out of the way, and let's get a code block, and let's see here. This is going to be, I don't know if the house is going to work.
I'ma run this time. Fire in my soul, got my eyes on the ground. I can't help myself lately, can't turn myself down. I'm in love with you, baby, but
So today I think is day 3 of working on this little project. So need to finish setting up the visibility graphics for all of the different phases. So we need to set up one more for hung. Alright, so there you have it. So we have these 3 walls that are framed, these 2 walls that are hung, these 3 walls that are finished. So save it, run over to the Dynamo script, which finished, framed, frame, hung. So the only other thing we need is we need total square feet of wall. But for now, I'm not really going to, I'm just going to get the number. I'm not going to try and get it into Excel, but because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull this into Power BI, make a very simple dashboard. So we basically need to...
I let you down, I can't die in this town. I won't die in this town.
So in initially setting this up, like the one thing that's going to be annoying is obviously this is hung, finished, framed. This is not in the order that you know, we have it in the field. So like it goes framed, hung, finished. So what I'm going to do is open up Revit again. I'm going to go to the phases. I'm going to just rename them put them in sequential order. So this is going to be framed, which is 1.
Don't die in this town.
So there we have it. A little bit of Revit, a little bit of Dynamo, and I backdoored a website to get this image online to share the URL. Now, there are still some things that I need to, complete to make it completely useful. One is I'm almost done with the iPhone app that allow foremen to access models on their phone and change statuses and have that automatically reflect. 2 is starting to live link some of the data and information together, such that it's not such a manual process of exporting, importing, and refreshing things. But this really gives you a pretty good idea of what we can do, and this can be done for anything: ceilings, doors, walls, your whole job. You can, there's a lot that can be done here. I mean, this is just a matter of tweaking things at this point, but there you have it. If you guys have questions about what I did, feel free to reach out to me, and yeah, we can go from there. So thank you guys for watching, and I will be sure to get this up.